suffering over fuel not due to low supply, comments Mirza Fakhrul. Government heading towards failure, economy unstable, says Nahid Islam. Jamaat Ameer calls respect liberation war, accept referendum verdict. An Iranian delegation likely to reach in Pakistan tonight. Talks with US expected. Well, those were the headlines. Good evening, viewers. I'm Salim Kadir, and you're watching English Bulletin. We now follow with the details. BNP Secretary General and Local Government and Rural Development Minister Mirza Fakhrul Islam Alamgir said the long queues at the petrol pumps are not due to low fuel supply, but rather a problem has been created. Meanwhile, Finance and Planning Minister Amir Khosrow Mahmood Chaudhry has said that no one will be spared if they want to create instability and hinder the country's progress. On the other hand, Commerce Minister Khandakar Abdul Muqtadir claimed that the impact of fuel purchased at excessive prices will not be fully felt by consumers. LGRD Minister Mirza Fakhrul made the remark in Thakurgaon, Finance Minister at Chattogram University and Commerce Minister in Sylhet. The economy of the country is unstable and the government is heading towards failure gradually. Jatiya Nagrik Party convener and opposition chief whip Nahid Islam made the comments at a program of NCP at Engineers Institute in capital's Kakrail on Friday. The event was organized to mark the joining of leaders from various political parties and others in NCP. Nahid Islam at the time urged all to stand beside the people. Central leaders of NCP were critical on the government over various issues of load shedding and fuel crisis. Amir of Jamaat Islami and leader of the opposition in the parliament, Dr. Shafiqur Rahman, said the opposition's ongoing movement will not stop until the people's mandate is implemented. He said this at a rally of Bangladesh Khilafat Majlis at Sohrawardi Udyan in the capital on Friday. The rally was organized demanding the implementation of the referendum mandate. The Jamaat Ameer said hegemony and fascism will no longer continue in the country. The people of the country have taken an oath to give their lives and not bow down to injustice. Shafiqur Rahman also commented that the opposition has taken to the streets to implement the referendum verdict because the ruling party is betraying the nation. Incident of scuffle took place between a female teacher and local BNP leader Akbar Ali in the principal's room of Daudkandi Government College in Durgapur of Rajshahi. At least 5 people, including the college principal Abdul Razzaq, were injured in the attack by the BNP leader and his associates. The incident took place on Thursday while second-year degree examinations were underway. Section 144 had been imposed within and around 100 yards of the exam center. A video circulating on social media shows the BNP leader hitting teacher Alia Khatun Hira inside the principal's room. Following the incident, Akbar Ali was expelled from all party positions, including primary membership, for engaging in activities deemed against party discipline and principles. We now begin with news on Iran war. An Iranian delegation led by Foreign Minister Saeed Abbas Araghchi is expected to reach in Pakistan on Friday. Pakistani government sources disclosed this to the media today. Abbas Araghchi is expected to reach in Islamabad on Friday night with a small delegation, according to the government sources. Following important discussions with the Pakistani mediation team, sources said that a second round of Islamabad peace talks between the US and Iran is expected. US logistics and security teams are already present in Islamabad to facilitate the negotiation process. Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei has been gravely injured and is awaiting a prosthetic leg and is expected to need plastic surgery on his burnt face and lips, making him reluctant to be seen in public. Citing sources in Khamenei's inner circle, media reported Khamenei was severely injured in the US-Israeli strikes in Tehran, sustaining disfiguring wounds to his face and legs. He was reportedly injured in the strikes that killed his father, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei. Despite injuries, sources indicate Mustafa Khamenei remains mentally alert and continues to participate in key decision-making through audio conferencing. Iranian authorities have not issued any official statement on its new supreme leader's condition, and conflicting reports about his whereabouts persist. US President Donald Trump has stated there will be no deal with Iran unless it is appropriate, suitable and beneficial for the United States. He suggested any new agreement must be far superior to previous ones. Trump's remarks come amid heightened tensions over Strait of Hormuz's deadlock, following Washington and Tehran's tit-for-tat captures of commercial vessels. Trump said he's under no pressure to end the conflict and that he wants to make the best deal with Iran. Though he ruled out the use of nuclear weapons against Iran, Trump said US already inflicted significant damage on Iran through conventional military means. However, he declined to give a timeline on when the war could end. Meanwhile, US military said a third aircraft carrier, Nimitz-class USS George H.W. Bush, arrived in the Middle East. Dear viewers, we now follow with a short break and we will be back soon with long route bus being operated with previous fare. An oil price rise at Hormuz closure, US-Iran tension keep markets on edge. Welcome back. You're watching ATN News. This is English Bulletin. Follow on, the fare of diesel-run buses has not been increased, although the government raised the fare by 11 paisa per kilometer. Persons linked with the ticket counters at the bus terminals in Dhaka said this on Friday. They stated that bus owners have not raised bus fare as they are yet to get the lists of new fare. However, they observe implementation of such announcement is likely within days. The government announced the decision to raise bus fare after the fuel price hike. Under the new rates, fares in Dhaka and Chattogram metropolitan areas have been increased from Taka 2.42 to Taka 2.53 per kilometer, while fares for 52-seat inter-district buses have gone from Taka 2.12 to Taka 2.23 per kilometer. Law Minister Muhammad Asaduzzaman has said the government wants free to judiciary through uprooting corruption. He said this while speaking as a chief guest at a view exchange meeting after the inaugural of the newly built building of the Jashore District Bar Association on Friday afternoon. State Minister for Power, Energy and Mineral Resources Anindya Islam Amit and BNP Vice Chairman Professor Nargis Begum also spoke at the meeting chaired by Jashore District Bar Association President Said Sabirul Haq Sabu. Earlier, the law minister visited the grave of former minister Tariqul Islam. The Vice Chancellor of National University, Professor A.S.M. Amanullah, said that the University Authority is expecting to eliminate session jam. The VC made the comment while addressing a press conference on the preparations on graduate admission of 2025-26 session in capital's Dhanmondi today. He said a total of 4,53,148 admission seekers will take part in the admission tests this year. He said the works to eliminate session jam are the last phase and a positive result will come within December. Professor A.S.M. Amanullah also said various initiatives have been taken to transform the university to a modern and standard university. Viewers will now take a short break. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching English Bulletin. And now we begin with news around the world. Oil prices edged higher on Friday morning, extending gains for a fifth session in a row amid heightened tensions between US-Iran centering the deadlock in Strait of Hormuz. Brent crude, the international benchmark, toppled $106% per barrel earlier on Friday morning as Washington and Tehran stepped up their confrontation over the key maritime route for transporting the world's energy. Brent has stood up nearly 5% from its closing price on Wednesday. Besides, US stocks fell overnight, with the benchmark S&P 500 index dipping 0.41% and the tech-heavy Nasdaq Composite dropping 0.89%. British King Charles III and Queen Camilla's visit to US could help repair relationship between the two countries. US President Donald Trump made the remarks during phone interview with BBC. Trump told BBC, asked whether the visit could help repair the relationship, he knows the king well and has known him for years. The king is absolutely a fantastic man. He's brave and a great man. The visit would absolutely be a positive. The king and queen will travel to US for a 4-day visit beginning on Monday and will meet with Trump at the White House. He will deliver an address to Congress. The trip would mark the 250th anniversary of US independence and would celebrate partnership of shared prosperity, security and history. Well, before ending the bulletin, we have top stories once again. Sufferings over fuel not due to low supply, comments Mirza Fakhrul. Government heading towards failure, economic unstable, says Nahid Islam. Jamaat Ameer calls respect liberation war, accept referendum verdict. Iranian delegation likely to reach in Pakistan tonight. Talks with US expected. Long route bus being operated with previous fare. And oil prices rise at Hormuz closure. US-Iran tension keep markets on edge. But that's all from the newsroom for the moment. Thank you for being with us. Until then, see you soon.